everyone, Mike Tunez and Chris Tunez here with Firelock, and we're going to give you a run-through of a game of Oak and Iron. So we're going to give you the full go this time around. So we're going to start with, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a scenario card, right? So I'm going to draw a scenario card from the deck over here off screen, and I've drawn Escort. So Escort says, and I'll pass it to Ray to put in the camera in a second there, half the defender's ships are given objective tokens and must be escorted to safety. So the additional strike point conditions on this card are each escorted ship that is captured by the attacker earns the defender an additional strike point. At the end of turn 8, any ship with an objective token that is not disabled or captured earns the attacker 1 strike point. So essentially, the defender is going to have an advantage late game if I'm not able to, or if the attacker is not able to go and get it, which I hope to be the attacker because I am not set up well to be the defender here. Well, I have the higher admiral skill, so I won't get the chance. Alright, that's it. And that's just a placeholder card anyway, so we don't have to show it too much. Alright, so now that we have our objective, which I'm going to place over here on the side so we can reference it later if we need to, we're going to draw our 3 scenario creation cards. So first thing we're going to draw is deployment. So I'm going to draw 3 cards from this deck, and these will be chosen by, we're each going to get to take turns choosing from here based on attack and defender. You go ahead and show those different ones there. And then 3 location cards. There's a name I'm probably going to change. Okay, so there you go. We didn't get a weather gauge card. So, and then 3 from the advantage category. Okay, so now I have the player with the highest admiral rating, which is me in this case, gets to choose to be the attacker or the defender in the scenario. An attacker is going to get to choose from here first, but we'll have some disadvantages, such as in most scenarios like this one, where if they haven't really pursued their objective, they're likely to lose late in the game. But I do get the advantage of first choice on each of these categories. So what we're going to do is, me and Chris are each going to alternate choosing 1 card from each category. I'm going to choose the desperation advantage, just in case he's got 4 ships to my 3, so if I'm shy on strike points, or have too many strike points later in the game, that's going to help me out. Alright, so now, Chris, you go ahead and choose 1 from any of those 3 categories. So it's advantageous, obviously, to choose from one of these 2, which I haven't chosen from, since I can't choose from this category anymore.
Right, so let's see here. If I give myself now these cards here, this is showing where I'm going to deploy from.
So yeah, the little box there is where you'll deploy the thin edge, right? Okay. And in relation to the weather, which is always determined before we start. So the wind is coming down this way, so that'll be in relation to that.
Okay, so I think I want to make sure, since my ships are, well, the galleon in particular is a little bit cumbersome, that I have the weather on my side. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this.
And as the defender, he will be deploying his fleet first. So, so he's got a lot of little ships over there. So I'm going to go ahead and choose open sea for my location. So I'm not going to add any terrain to the table.
Okay.
And what these cards represent, by the way, is this represents the initial phases of a battle at sea where the 2 forces are kind of jockeying for position. Maybe one force is pursuing the other, while the other force is trying to choose a more advantageous location in which to fight. And so this just represents everything that happens before the battle that leads into the actual fight.
Right, if you tried to do all that stuff in-game,
you'd add lots of turns for no reason. Yeah.
Very boring. So I think I'm going to take Superior Intelligence.
Okay, good choice. So now I need to choose a deployment zone. So I don't think I want to be fighting my upwind the whole time. So I'm going to just go ahead and choose larboard and deploy on my side of the table.
All right, and so let me go ahead and 0 to 1 islands, or go ahead and take this location since I am Dutch.
So you can add some islands or shoals.
Yes, that will help me. The Dutch have shallow drafted vessels, and mine are small anyway.
So the extra cards get discarded and are now part of the game. So now we have our scenario all set. I do want to note that people who just want to jump right into the game, everybody can just draw a random card from each of these categories, and that just builds your scenario. You can jump right into it. We'll probably also have some set piece scenarios, especially for historical battles, where there's a pre-setup and all that. So now that that's chosen, we're going to set up the terrain. So I've chosen no terrain. So you get to choose, what is it, 2 islands? Up to 2 islands or shoals?
Yes,
right?
That's right.
Okay, or coastal pieces.
All right, so, sure. So yeah, I'm going to grab some.
And he has to,
Islands
he
here.
can place these anywhere outside of my deployment area. So my deployment area is 1 full range ruler from this edge.
All right, so I know you're going to be deploying somewhere along there, right? And yeah, since that's 1, 2. So is that the deployment area there, right? So I am good right there. You check me just make sure. Sure. Okay, so it's possible. All right, so you go marshal lines. And another item. Yes. I guess my last place to hide. Absolutely. So what's the board? You're deploying upside.
And these have to be musket shot apart, which is a little farther. You want to bring it closer to my side of the table?
Obviously, yeah.
If you're possible, that's true. Okay, let's musket shot apart there. Will you? Okay, so now Chris is going to go ahead and deploy his fleet. He gets deployed within the ruler range of the edge. So,
That's the edge right there.
as his card showed, he's going to deploy along the entire edge over there, anywhere he likes. Okay, so we've deployed all of our ships where we want them. Now, one thing I almost forgot to do is Chris did take the Superior Intelligence card. So he gets to choose 2 cards at random from my hand and look at my initiative cards. And look at what they are.
All right, so I know he has this card up his sleeve, pretty powerful. Zeal.
Yeah, Zeal lets me get rid of a fatigue.
And
Once again.
so I know he's
Oh,
gonna.
yeah, there you go, sorry.
And fleet maneuver. So
Yep, I like my fleet maneuvers. Yep. Okay,
that's
so
good to know.
real quick, we're going to go over. We also didn't really go over what we have in each of our squadrons. So my squadron is an English squadron. So this is an Anglo-Dutch war scenario. I'm basically a small group of frigates and support ships out hunting down Dutch merchantmen. So I've got a 4th-rate ship. I've got a 4th-rate ship of the line here, and this is my flagship with my admiral, and he is upgraded to skill 1. I don't have any other upgrades. I've also got a 6th-rate, and I've got a corvette.
All right, so now over here, I have
Dutch force.
right the Dutch force,
Dutch squadron.
which is being led by a frigate, a light frigate in the front here.
Is that your flagship, the frigate?
Well, no, my flagship would be the
galleon?
Yeah, and I have a galleon. And I have no upgrades on any of these ships. Here I have the flute, and of course it wouldn't be a Dutch fleet without a flute. And in the back I have the sloop.
Did you say it would be a Dutch flute without a flute?
Fleet without a flute.
Oh, a fleet without a flute. Okay. Not a flute without a flute, a fleet without a flute.
Yeah. So, and the escorts, the galleon and the flute.
Okay, yeah. So those are the ships he's chosen
carrying
to
the escorts.
escort fleet. So the last thing we're going to do as part of the setup phase here is to choose our first turn initiative card, which I know what I want to do already, just in case. I feel like I could get lucky and maybe pull this off. Okay, so that is pretty much going to complete deployment. We've both placed an initiative card. Our fleets are set up. So now we're going to go right into turn 1.
Right.
So first thing we're going to do on turn 1, we're going to flip our initiative cards. Okay. So he's gotten favorable wind, which is essentially going to give all his ships an increase in speed by 1. And I've taken superior gunnery, which allows me for if I'm firing at long range, I basically get to re-roll any cannon results for more hits. So those cards will stay here. Right. And now we're going to choose a card for the next turn. Okay. Alright, so you've got initiative 5 to my initiative 2, so you're going to start activated ships. I imagine you'll start with the sloop.
The sloop. Well, I'm gonna start with the frigate, being the ship in the front.
I'd like to see a collision in your first move.
I have been known to enjoy collisions. Apparently, I do them often. So, okay. So my speed normally is
3, but you've got the fast rule, so
3.
you can move 4 if you wanted to. And then on top of that, with your card, you could bump it all the way up to 5.
right, which I think
Without even taking a skill test.
I think I'm good. Moving at 4. Right. Well, actually,
You only get 4, huh?
no. I'm actually gonna roll speed up.
Well, you don't have to, because remember, your frigate has the fast rule, so you can bump your speed up by 1.
That's right. So I'm gonna move 5.
Right.
Just because.
Just because of the card you played and your fast ship.
Right, and I cannot go faster than 5, right?
Correct. 5 is the fastest. Your displacement hole will allow.
Alright, and I'm not gonna turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
Alright, any action?
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm not going to take.
So just put down your weight marker there, and I'll go ahead and move my 4th rate. So my 4th rate does not have the luxury of the fast rule, nor a favorable wind card. So I will take a skill test to try and speed up. I've got a couple sails there, so I'm all good. So I'm up to 4. So he's going to go ahead and move straight up here and try to turn maybe. Yeah, I wasn't able. I'm just going to go straight then. I was hoping to maybe get far enough to get a shot, but I'm not going to have a shot. So he will not take an action. That is it for him. Over to you.
Alright, let's go ahead and move the galleon. He can move 4 normally, but I'm gonna try to get him to go 5 because I want. Oops, I'm throwing dice all over the place. I want to try to keep my formation as it is, and naturally,
You fail, of
I
course.
fail because that's what my guys do. Oh wait a minute!
Oh, you get to roll an extra die.
I do get an extra
forgot about
die
that.
because since I'm Dutch, Dutch have skilled sailors, so I get 1 additional die, which does
not
nothing
yet.
for me. So I'm just gonna move 4, and I'll just have to be happy with that.
Okay, so now we go into the combat phase, but there is no option to attack. The width of the base is the arc of fire for broadside attacks. So, and even though we are in range there, technically I cannot do partial attacks, which have 360 degree arc of attack. I cannot do them at cannon range. So, that's pretty much going to end the turn. End phase, we just clear all of our wake markers since we didn't do any firing. Nothing else to check really, so we're going to move our turn marker up to turn 2. And so now we start turn 2. Our cards go back to our hands from previous turn and we play our new one. So I have got Fleet Maneuver.
I have take courage.
Okay.
So you're gonna go first.
Yes. So Fleet Maneuver before we play our next card would give me the option of making an extra turn. However, I don't think I need. I thought I was going to be further ahead than I was, and I planned poorly as usual, so it's not really going to help me. So we'll go with that for next round. Okay, so I've got the initiative this time. So I'm going to go ahead and try to speed up my 4th rate.
Three normally. I'm actually gonna roll to slow down with that frigate because I don't like the position that I wound up in here. So I did it. Got the skull right there. Okay. So that means I'm going to be going 2. And I'm going to turn to get just a little bit closer. I thought maybe.
So remember, you can, before you move, you could roll a skill test to give yourself an extra turn.
You know what? I will do that.
So go ahead, do that if you want. Then if you pull it off, which you did.
And I
So
got
now you can
2
do that.
sails.
Now you can do that.
That's slipping and sliding with this galleon over here. Alright, so.
Okay.
And
So, I don't think we're going to have any combats here. So, but let's see. Nope, we are still out of range and arc. So, we're clear our wake tokens.
I know starting so far away wasn't good for the video, but I don't know how to play and not try to win. So
That's okay, that's what we're trying to show, right? Alright, so these cards will go back to our hand. And I'm going to try Superior Gunnery one more time. What do you got? This is turn 3 now.
Favorable wind
Favorable wind.
once again.
Again, so wow, we're just going back and forth. Okay, so let's hope. I'm going to play this card and hope for the best. See if I can take advantage of it. Okay, so you've got initiative 5 to my 2, so you will move first. Speed measuring is allowed whenever you want, by the way, which unfortunately looks like I'm not going to get much of a shot there. Okay, so now we're going to go into an attack phase where we actually get to attack each other. So, Dutch have the initiative, so you get to fire. These 2 ships are in formation, so they will be able to fire together, or you can fire, there's no shots to be had here. So you could fire with these 2, and then that'll take it over to me.
Alright, so now with the frigate, I'm going to do a broadside.
Arc of fire for the broadside, by the way, as I haven't mentioned this in another video, is the width of the base. So as long as he's got part of me inside the width of his base, which he does,
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good on that.
we are definitely good. So let's check the range. So closest 2 points. Oops. We are a cannon shot.
Yep.
Just outside of musket shot. So you've got a broadside of 5, correct?
That
Light frigate
is
is a broadside of 5. So
correct.
and I've got a fortitude 3, so he needs at least 3 hits, and only hitting on cannons and skulls.
I just need to get a skull.
There we go. That's what he needs on the range. I don't know if that's coming out right or not, but there you go. I tried.
And whew,
Not bad.
there you go.
So 2 skulls and a cannon. So I will mark 1 damage and 1 fatigue on my fourth hit. And you got 2 skulls, so you can go for a critical hit here. Wow, what you did. So good shot.
Hi.
So he's got a sail hit. Which I'll mark there. So I'm going to slow down against my will. And another skull does another point of damage. Good fire.
Well, there you go. Just
Here you go. Oh, the card?
so we have it on record, and I could relish it. Leave those 2 dice there for a second.
Okay.
All right.
So pull off your wake markers as you fired. And now you can fire with the galleon. So let's use the laser here. So
I
if we
don't
can.
think I'm in arc for him, but I can get off a small arms shot there. I could broadside him over there.
Partial fire. You cannot broadside him, unfortunately.
Oh, because the island's blocking him. Right.
Yep. There's not. You can't see enough of him.
So I'm gonna partial fire the fourth rate.
Are we in musket shot? I don't think we are. Nope. So you cannot.
All
so
right.
unfortunately, your galleon will not be able to fire. So that was a great shot from your light frigate. That was unusually good. Okay. So now it is my turn, and the only attack I have is with my fourth rate here. So I'm going to pull this off, and I'm going to fire broadside, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot that galleon. So I've got my superior gunnery, and we checked earlier. We are at cannon range. So I've got a broadside of 8 on this ship. Alright, so I'm looking for cannons and skulls. However, I have my English special rule, expert gunners, which lets me re-roll any crew results on this attack. And if I roll any cannons next to the card I chose, I get to roll an additional die for another hit. So here's hoping for something good. Right.
That was unfortunate.
So
you can reroll those swords.
I can reroll the swords. Plus, I have skill 1, so I can reroll 1 die. So let's hope for 3 cannons. Nothing.
Or none.
So now at this point, I am going to fortune that. So my fortune point is being spent, and we're going to redo the whole thing. So here we go. Let's hope for a little bit better this time, and a little bit better. I got no swords to reroll. I'm going to reroll my 1 for my skill. Nope. But I do get to roll 1 more for the cannon, which also does. Ha! So I got 2 hits on his galleon. His fortitude is 3. So I do no damage, but I still do a fatigue. He does have the high freeboard rule, which means I need at least 2 hits to do a point of fatigue, which I did get.
Alright, let's see what you got there.
Alright, so I do get to reroll that skull for a crit as well. Nothing.
Woo!
Okay. So that will pull off the reservoir wake markers, and that will conclude the first firing phase. That was not a good showing for me. Alright, so we move on to turn 4. Pretty sure nobody can see that die there, but at least we know what turn it is over here. Alright, so this goes back to our hand, and we reveal our cards.
Ooh, a roll off. No, you win because you have the higher admiral rating.
I have my admiral has a higher skill, so I will decide who goes first now. But we do have a tie, so anytime there's an initiative tie, we're going to draw an event card. So let's see what we've got. So we drew reduced visibility. All ships reduce their broadside rating by 2 for the rest of this turn. So our broadside reduced by 2 due to the lack of visibility. Probably like just came out from our cannons. So now at this point, I got 2 fatigue on my 4th rate. No, 2 damage. I wrote that down. You should have written that. I had 2 damage on fatigue. Right, so before, and I did, so I ended up with a take courage card. So I'm going to go ahead and have 1 fatigue. And then remove it from my galleon. And remove my regular card. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go first. So now we know it gets reduced. You know, yeah, you're going to let you go first. I think let's see where you take this on formation choice. And so I'm going to go first. So I'm going to Alright, so let's go ahead and start the shooting phase. So I did give you the initiative, so you're up. You can shoot first.
Right, and I will gladly do so. So I'm going to go ahead and see if he can continue his lucky streak. And
I doubt it very much. You're definitely within musket shot now, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So my broadside is 5. All right. Let's see what happens.
I like it. That's 2 hits. Do you want to spend a fortune point on that?
No, I will not. I'll take that.
All right, that is a point of fatigue on me.
And it is a damage.
No, it is not. My fortitude is a 3.
Is it a 3?
It is a 3.
Well, then I will fortune that, actually.
All right. Well, I'll erase my fatigue in anticipation of you missing everything now. There you go. Did worse. I love it.
Just a little worse. Use up your fatigue, though.
I still get my fatigue.
So you have 2 fatigue now.
Yes, I do.
Which means that you're at minus 2 dice to whatever you do.
Actually, we forgot about our event card there. So you rolled a little bit too many dice, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. So,
indeed. So hang on, wait. I got this guy here.
They're not in formation.
He's in formation.
No, because remember, it's got to be.
It's a straight line.
Straight line, yeah. So that's not a formation. So now.
Oh well, okay, whatever. Go ahead.
All right, so that's over to me. So my 4th rate is going to go ahead and fire back. So he's down to 6 dice, and he'll be shooting at the galleon. Don't forget to pull it off because he fired.
All right. Right you are. Right you are.
And this table's tricky. Okay. So, and we are a musket shot there. Pretty sure, yep.
Yes.
Alright, so here we go.
Hang on, why are you rolling so many dice?
I'm rolling 2 less.
You're at minus 2 for the fatigue.
Well, I
and
figured
minus
I'd get. You got to get a 2 extra dice for one shot. I figured I'd get one extra dice.
This ship's a piece of. I'll re-roll my thing then. I'd rather.
Fine. You're right. Okay, so I'll roll 4 dice. No big deal. I'm still going to destroy you. See? That's 3 hits. I have skill 1.
Extra
that goes up to 4 hits.
Does it make a difference?
It does not, no.
Roll
so
your...
That's 1 damage and 1 fatigue on your fortitude 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to re-roll my 2 skulls for 2 more skulls. Or nothing. Alrighty.
Alright, so now I will...
Now you can start.
Return the favor. I'm going to do this so I don't forget. And I have 4 dice. Right, so let's see what happens.
Oh, that was 1 damage and a
That
fatigue.
is 1 damage and a fatigue, indeed. And I'll take that.
Not bad. My 4th rate's getting shot up pretty quick here. Okay. So, in musket range there, yes I am. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a small arms attack, or a partial fire attack. And I have a crew of 3. And we are in musket shot. So this basically represents shooting chasers and stuff like that. So, and unfortunately I whiffed that hardcore, so over to you. I don't think we're in musket shot there. Nope. So, I did that sideways. Let me do it so people can see it on the camera. There. So, so you're not going to be able to fire anything else, neither am I. So that is the end of turn 4. Reduced visibility gets discarded. And we go up to turn 5. Yeah, beginning of turn 5, so we're going to ditch these and flip.
Yeah, I know I'm on the verge of monotony here. But
favorable wind again.
Let's see if
what a surprise.
Let's see if I start to change my mind about that.
Alright, so fleet maneuver is something I will definitely use right now. So I could turn all of my ships using the turn 1 tool, or the speed 1 tool.
So this is after okay. Oh, okay. You can just be like 1 times 2. Yeah, I know it's so I know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. And it's not really not yeah, but I don't want to sure.
Oops. You're getting kind of close to the edge of the world there. All right. Perfect. Just as I hoped you would do. My fourth rate will attempt to speed up. And fail.
You're
Just
fortunate?
as I... You know what, I might. Let's see.
You sail him up 1, 2? Please.
Yeah,
I'm begging you.
I've got this, man. No problem. Yeah, I'm gonna fortune that actually. That is worth fortuning. That is that important. And I'm rolling 6 dice. The chance of me killing again, there you go, is almost impossible. I was about to say I shouldn't have said that, but thankfully it worked out. So, all right. So I'm gonna put this up here for a second. So he's gonna turn here, move up here, and I'm going to take a rally action. Took off 1 fatigue. So I'm down to 2 fatigue. Sure to have more soon. Okay.
It just leaves my galleon, I guess, which I'm going to roll to slow down with. I'm still sailing large, right?
Correct.
Nope. So I'm moving 4, I guess. I might up reloading as well. So let me. Is that a rake?
That will be a bow rake, yep. You get to show the good people at home the bow rake. Just double check, but I'm pretty sure that is a rake.
That's a bow rake.
Oh, yeah, that's a rake. Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty then, so over to firing. You get to fire first. I imagine you'll want to shoot with your sloop first.
I think I'm going to rake you. Actually, I think that's my plan here.
So, haven't explained bow rakes before, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it right now. Bow rake, if you can draw a line from his base that goes into my front and not my back, a straight line without turning it at all, that is a raking shot. So, when you're firing a raking shot within musket shot or less, at cannon shot it has no effect. Musket shot or less, I'm going to take, if he gets any hits at all, I take an additional point of fatigue. And if he rolls any cannons, those count as crits as well as the skulls. So he'll get to reroll cannons for crits as well. So it can potentially harm me. Now, this was a stern rake. It would also reduce my fortitude significantly, which would be real bad. But thankfully, that's not what's happening. So,
and that's definitely pistol shot.
Right. So, and it'd be the closest 2 points at which you'd measure it. So you'd measure it there.
All right, so now quit talking and let me shoot you.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
And I'll take
So you got 5 hits. And you got a cannon and a skull. So, my fortitude is 3, so that will be just 1 damage. But 2 fatigue. So I'm up to 4 fatigue now, which is highly detrimental. So I'm now losing 4 dice to infinity. And no crits, thankfully.
No crits. Imagine that.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fire broadside. Actually, no. Yeah, I might as well. Alright, so I'm not going to fire broadside, I don't think. Because I don't think I have any broadsides to fire with him. No, I do not. Are we at pistol shot there? Oops.
Almost forgot.
Just barely. Yeah, we are. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a small arms attack at your flute with 3 dice. And that is 2 hits. So you do take 1 point of fatigue. And I keep calling it small. It's not a small arms attack, it's a partial fire attack.
That's 2 hits, right? So that's a damage as well.
Correct, yeah, that's right. Guns on the quarterdeck did their thing. I mean the forecast, the forecastle.
Okay, so now he has the high freeboards, right?
He does not. No.
No, he doesn't. Okay.
My only ship that has high freeboard is the 4-3.
All right, so...
And high freeboard, in case you haven't mentioned, that means that you need to get at least 2 hits to cause a point of fatigue.
now, they are in formation, so I am going to
Yes.
go ahead and shoot them. I'm going to shoot at this bad boy right there. It should be in musket
And
shot.
your sloop is in musket shot.
Yeah, so let me let's start with the flute. Because why not?
So he gets 2 shots, because he has crew of 2. Crew value 2. That's 3 shots.
Oh, right, sorry. But, well, I'll roll it over. So that's
you
one
got
hit.
1 hit, so that is a fatigue.
Okay. And now the flute is the same, I believe.
Yep. He has
2
two.
shots.
Yep.
Let's see if I can do something here. 2 hits.
That is damage and a fatigue. You shot me with bow chasers. Did a little bit of hurt.
Okay. And they are spent.
Oh boy, I wasted my next card, unfortunately, because of my screwed up maneuver. Little bad decisions have long-term consequences. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with him. He's gonna fire a broadside on his right side at that frigate. So I'm down to 4 dice because of my 4 fatigue. And my broadside is essentially just a half at this point. And that is definitely within pistol shot. So I might try to board. I am close enough, but it's... Well, I would have to do it later anyway. So. Here we go. Alright,
Sure.
so that is 4 hits.
Why not?
His fortitude is 2. So he takes
Well, that was...
2 points of damage
He's clean.
and a fatigue. Yeah, I haven't shot at him yet. I did get a skull, so let's see if I get a crit.
Don't do it.
I did not.
Alright. Attaboy.
The dice are not loving me today.
Alright.
So over to you.
My frigate will return the favor.
Mhm.
5 dice. Pistol shot. There you go. That's 5 hits.
So that is a point of damage and a fatigue. And my 4th rate is now taking a serious beating at this point. Can I see it? There you go. Show the people my embarrassment. The ship that went and engaged all on its own. Commander, the Admiral here was a little too gung-ho. It's a fleet of merchantmen, man. Get it together.
You can hold up in here with warships.
I'm pretty sure that I'm out of range to anything here yet, so it's just gonna do nothing. Okay. And I believe that's it, right?
That's it.
So moving on to turn 6. Okay. So this goes away, and I'm going to reveal Zeal.
Huh. That was a good time to play it.
So ships in the squadron that are in formation or within pistol shot of a friendly ship may immediately remove a point of fatigue. So this card will be discarded at the end of the turn. However, I was hoping to get it on this guy. He was supposed to move a little closer so that they'd all be within pistol shot of each other. But of course that didn't work out. So, however, my 6 rate will get to clear 1 point of fatigue, which is very helpful.
Okay, now I played Boat Assault over here,
Yeah.
which I actually, throughout the course of this game, I've thought of some recommendations for it. But it allows me to take what would you call it? Boarding action?
Close combat action, yeah. So he basically gets to board even though he's not grappled with my ship.
And this represents men getting into rowboats and going to the other ship trying to take it, which the Dutch did often, especially if you're familiar with the exploits of Piet Hein. So
Before the period of this game.
well, right. I just like talking about Hein. All right, and you definitely go first.
So I'm going to turn a little bit here. He can turn twice because of the yard rule, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And get there.
Rake yourself, do it. Don't let me take the prize.
I might. At this point. All right. And I have no actions to take, so over to you. Let's move these out of the way. I'm starting to sail toward the edge.
Okay, so anyway. So I'm gonna food. No, in fact, no, look. Instead of like, I'm just going to magic. And go ahead and I'm gonna choose some 5 diamonds. Hold that. You good? Is that right? That's right. Yep. I'll do it. I'll do it. I think it's a shot. Okay, I agree. I'll do the shot. Alright, so, alright, so here's an apple card. Let's take out 15 right there. So wait. You got one. Just like, yeah, here you go. And I'm done. Okay, so I'm done. There you go. There you go. So I'm just going to take it. Let's go. Now yours will be right. It's not to go. Let's try that. Much to go. Wait. I got it. Okay, so I'm going to squeeze there. Here, so down to 2. Yeah, you're going to try to easy.
So you're gonna attempt to grapple.
I am.
So that's a skill test. You've already failed one skill test.
But I won't fail this one.
Oh yes, you will.
But I won't fail this one.
You're gonna go for the third failure? That's impressive. You're gonna spend a fortune just to fail again? Ah, damn it. Alright, so
I really thought I was actually.
what he'd do, yeah, I was trying to speak it into existence, but that didn't work. So he's just gonna move directly there and then just lay himself flush against my side.
Okay, and
That's my reload back here.
and where'd this one come from?
Your ship?
No, mine is over here.
I don't know. You just pulled that out of nowhere.
And I'll go ahead and put this here. And let's see if I can steal myself a 4th rate.
Well, I'm not gonna go down without a fight, I'll tell you that much. So combat.
You go first.
I do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fire my Corvette at your frigate, actually. So we are a musket shot.
Oh,
The chasers. Oops. Shouldn't throw my things on the floor.
interesting choice.
Okay,
Wow.
so
I need you to miss this shot.
oh no, I'm not going to miss. Okay, so I just need a musket, a cannon, or a skull. Here's my last fortune point. Alright. There we go. Boom. 1 fatigue. Take it.
That's a pain.
Take it. Alright, over to you.
That's all right. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm going to. What's my crew value here?
It's a 3.
3.
However, your Dutch do have expert borders, so you will roll 4 dice.
That is, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't.
I mean, I didn't. It was all part of the plan. I just forgot about it, like right now. So you know what? I actually am going to attempt a boarding action.
Well, you can't do it now. Remember, it's an action. You have to grab. Oh, that's right. 'Cause you have boat assault. I forgot.
Boat
Yeah.
assault. Yeah.
Yeah. So all you gotta do is you basically just roll your 3 dice against.
Now,
me.
is there something? Can you attack me first here?
Yes,
No, you're only gonna get 1 die though.
that's right. Because of my fatigue.
Right.
Because my crew value is 4, but I've got 4 fatigue, so I'm losing 4 dice.
But if you get it, you're gonna knock me down to 2 dice.
Right.
On that attack. So you know what? I wanna make sure that I get that 4th rate.
You'll never get him.
So I'm gonna roll
So
my 4 dice
you need
now.
swords, pistols, and skulls. And you got 2. So I take 2 points of fatigue. When you're doing close combat, every hit just does a point of fatigue against the enemy ship. So I'm 2 points away from striking. So not ideal at all. So
And that's your
that's
go.
it. So pull your wake marker there, so you know. Alright, so now my 6th rate is going to go ahead and fire a broadside.
Yep.
Alright.
You're
and
fatigued,
it's got a
right?
broadside of 6. No, I'm not. I've rallied.
Oh, that's annoying.
So we are definitely a pistol shot there.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of excited about how much it's gonna suck for you. All right. So I missed with 2. Salem, Sword, and Crew don't do anything, but I did get 4 hits. So that is 2 damage.
I thought you were gonna do something to me.
2 chances for a crit. And a point of fatigue. Oh, you're almost there. Yes, there it is. Another skull. So boom, 1 more point of damage. How do you feel now?
I feel like I'm gonna get myself a 6 right next turn.
All right, over to you.
Okay, so you already went with all of them, right? No, all of them except him, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
So
My 1 die is going to cause havoc.
I'm at -2, so I have 3 dice. I'm gonna go ahead and broadside you. I would have tried the boarding action, but I'm only gonna get 1 die, right?
Correct.
Because you have me at 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for the broadside here. And that's 2 hits.
Impressively bad shot. So that's 1 fatigue and 1 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So,
And thank you.
all right.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do small arms with the salute, and that's 2 shots.
Hey. They're not in formation. It's my turn to hit you.
All right, go ahead. You're not gonna do anything.
Here we go. You ready? My 1 attack.
I forgot that he was. I forgot he was there.
Boom! Take that fatigue.
I got a fatigue.
It's 1 skull.
I won't save you. Okay. So
All I got to do is not take any more fatigue for the rest of the game. And everything will be perfect.
all right. So now I'm gonna shoot you there. Oh, that failed. Okay. And I'm not going to. If only that was a boarding action. Okay. So that's it, right?
No, you've got your frigate still. Oh, no, you did shoot it. No, you didn't. You didn't shoot your frigate.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't shoot it.
And I forgot to pull this up, sorry.
So I am going to shoot with you. I have 3 dice, and I'm raking you. So this could either be really bad for you or not so bad. Let's see what happens.
And we are a musket shot,
Right.
as we checked earlier.
If we weren't, I would have tried to board you. Or, close assault you. That's cool.
So, re-roll your skull. As you take 1 fatigue. Half fatigue, actually.
And 2 points of damage.
1 point of damage, but yes.
I rolled another skull for the crit.
But you only got 1 hit. Just as a hit.
Right, you are.
That's 1 damage and 2 fatigue.
Right,
2
you
fatigue because it was still a raking shot, so because you got a hit, I did take 2 fatigue. Very obnoxious. Okay, so that moves us on to turn 7. Moving right along.
All right.
Okay, so these go back to our hands. And we go ahead and flip.
What is that? Fast reload?
So I got a
Fast
fast
loaders?
reload and an initiative 4. Oh, but
I'm not going to save you.
you've one-upped me. Oh, that's a great. Holy damn, that was a good. Oh, that's frustrating.
So, seize the opportunity. I do have to discard it. But this reflects the Dutch propensity to break formation at the most opportune moment and seize the moment. Right? So, I'm going to get +2 to any of my attack dice, or all broadsides and close combat attacks for the rest of the turn.
Right. So you do get to go first as well. How nice for you.
Well, we need to put the next card, don't we?
Yes.
Oops. Yeah, and I get to go first. Imagine that. Fancy that. So, have my card, please. Okay, I'll leave it just like that. Bring it off the board a little bit. It is in my space. Okay.
Just going to show people how screwed up my 4th rate is.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and not move my galleon. I'm gonna stay grappled.
Fine choice.
Oh wait a minute, no, but can you cut grapples now?
Of course I can.
Oh,
So I mean, it's a skill test, which I'm rolling 1 die on.
but that's true. That's true. But then if you cut grapples though, I don't have the opportunity to re-grapple.
That's right.
I could always shoot you. But
You should just take the gamble, just to see what happens.
no, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move my flute.
I think you wanted to move your guy, didn't you? You should move the guy.
I did not. Now, excuse me. So, and I am not gonna reload. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take off a fatigue because
Oh, don't do that.
I want to make sure I have all my dice when I board you and obliterate you. So.
And grapple you.
Oh, I didn't grapple that ship over there, actually.
I know.
That's right, I took a fatigue off instead.
Alright, so I'm rolling 4 dice because I have my fatigue. That's a good point. I don't know if I want to do that, actually. Yeah, but I'm kind of committed now. I just finished moving, and that light frigate is going to rake. It's going to turn around and rake me there. Stern rake, and pretty much destroy me in probably one shot. Alright, I guess we're doing this thing. Got 1 skull. So,
Now you come to me.
I go to you. Right there. Over to you.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna.
You're not gonna board?
I'm just gonna shoot you then.
Okay, so just leave. That's fine. I'll allow it. So, provided I don't get stuck. Alright, so now I'm gonna take a skill test with my 6 rate to try and slow down to avoid our chances of getting stuck. And check it out. So now I'm gonna move. So my speed is 2. So pretty much I just immediately run into there. And so I roll 1 die. I roll 1 die for each speed, so I'm doing 2, so I roll 2 dice. And I've got 2 muskets, so nothing happens. If I would have rolled a sail, I would have taken. We would have gotten entangled, and if I would have rolled a skull, I would have taken a point of damage. So, so what happens instead is I actually just bounce off. I do the width of the ruler, but I can't bounce into his ship, so I'm just gonna go as far as I can without touching him this way. And that is essentially my move. So, for my action, I guess I will rally as I anticipate some boarding and damage. So,
Well, I can't board you. So.
I mean, you're raking me in 2 directions there. So, well, thankfully the flute's only with a small.
Well, they're grappled here.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that. So yeah, actually, I will instead. That's a good point. I almost forgot they were grappled. So instead of rallying, I'll actually try to board. So here's my roll. I got it. So I just got pulled in here, and we're gonna line up there. Okay.
So, Michael?
Your go.
Alright, so now I can't rake you here?
Correct. Cannot shoot since we are entangled. Which I forgot to put our entangled tokens out here where they need to be. Oops. So.
Alright, I'm gonna move a point of fatigue from the frigate.
You can put an entangled token on the ship real quick if you don't mind. You got one there.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm gonna choose to move. Well, let me speed up. Let me roll to speed up so I can see if I can move 5. And I get it. You do good. Move this for a moment. I took off the fatigue from him. right? So you come this way. All right, and I can turn twice here, right?
Well, you can't turn twice in the same spot unless you're rolling to.
Okay.
The yard will let you turn at the beginning and then the remove.
All right, but he can't get. Well, in that case, I'll speed up. I'll turn instead of.
Okay, there you can do that.
So.
No problem.
Okay. And. Well, can I do small arms fire into one of these ships?
Partial fire.
Partial fire?
No. But you can join in the boarding party.
I cannot. I don't make it. I mean, I can do this and I can turn again. Well, maybe I'll make it. Let's see. Wait that for a moment. No. So, I'm just there. And I'm on fatigue, and I'm doing nothing. So, okay.
Take your weight marker. Okay, so I'm going to try to cut gravels with my fourth rate for what it's worth. I did not.
Okay, so not.
But wait, I do have skill 1, so I can reroll that. And I still do not. So I can't take any actions because we're grappled, so.
Alright, so with my galleon, now can I rally?
No.
With the light, I cannot.
Cannot rally. You can't do any, cannot take any actions while you're
So
grappled.
I'm at 2 dice normally because of my special rule, but I have 2 more. So, but I'm not going to do that yet. So let me go ahead and.
You're going to get a lot of dice. You're going to get.
I'm going to get 4 dice here going
Yeah,
there.
you're going to get 4. Which is, it should be enough to finish me.
But here, I guess I'm going to try to board the Corvette. Here. Because I got all my dice there. So with the flute, I have 2 dice normally. 3 because of the skill, and I have 2 more because of the card.
Correct.
So I have 5 dice for boarding. Right.
That's right.
So let's see what happens.
So that's 3 pistols, so it's 3 fatigue. Bad news for me, you've captured my ship. My boarding action was thwarted and counteracted. So that ship has struck. So let's place our strike token on there. Oops.
Let me go unmessy the table.
Okay. So it's over to me now. And for what it's worth, I'm going to go ahead and do my 1 die attack on your galleon. Which I hit. Pistol, so you take 1 fatigue.
On the galleon, right?
So these 10 gone.
Which that only puts me at 3 fatigue.
Which is halfway. I'm
Which
almost there.
that has no effect on me. I mean, no further effect on me now. And the sloop cannot do anything. Neither can the light frigate. So I guess I'm going to attempt to take.
I should have taken my chances of getting raked on that frigate.
And that's 2 hits.
Yep.
That's all I needed, right?
That is exactly what you needed. Yes. So that ship will now strike. It looks like this might be it.
Yeah, it's not looking good for you.
No. So so with my go, my frigate is gonna roll 1 die against your flute. And I missed. So go ahead.
That's it. I have nothing else I could do because I can't shoot at you with those other ships.
So at this turn, at this point, I've lost 2 ships. You've captured my 4th rate, and you've captured my my brigantine. So because I lost my flagship, that's 1 strike point. Because I've had 2 ships captured, it's 2 more strike points. So I've got 3 strike points, and I've got 1 ship remaining. So even if I play my advantage, my desperation card, which lets me put 2 fatigue on the 6 rate in order to remove 1 strike point, I can't do anything. Basically,
Right.
that's going to be. I'm
That's
still going to have 2 to 1. So
Yeah.
at the end of this phase, you've won the game. Good game, sir.
Good game.
We tried to capture the Dutch merchant fleet, and they turned they turned the table on us, and instead captured all of our ships.
Just to be clear, it was 2 strike points to his 1 ship,
Right.
even with removing it. So therefore, strike points double his ships. So that means he has to strike. The game's over.
All right. Yeah. So quick tactical considerations after that match. I played. So the terrain really hindered me. I had an opportunity to. I should have deployed maybe a little more central, so that I could have fanned. My plan was to fan out my ships, but I was too far along. If I would have fanned them out here, I could have cut this way and then got behind his line as he moved up, and that would have given him. That would have given me a better. So I could have sent out the 2 smaller ships and sent the bigger one out on its own, or the other way around, and that would have really put some stress on him, as he would have had a chance to run from me a little more. But being able to rake his ships or target his rigging, if I would have done it that way, could have let me capture the ships I needed to. Instead, I just got bottlenecked into my own ships, and then I did that one terrible maneuver that just wrecked my entire plan to go forward, which could have made a big difference, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, what I wanted to do pretty much worked for the most part. I mean, I was coming this way with the flute and the sloop, and I knew that if he was, I understood that he could have gone this way. So I thought if I saw that happening, I could have cut these ships around here. Now the risk of doing that would have been that if he would have somehow gotten back over here with his ships, then I would have been totally isolated from the rest of my fleet. So that's why I wanted to go this way more. And I felt if his ships would come this way, then I could have come this way and basically gotten behind him with these 2 ships. Now, I was only able to get behind him with the sloop, but I felt like I had a nice little 2-prong attack going on here. Mm-hmm. Now, the one part where I failed, as I mentioned earlier, was I surrendered the weather gauge. And it was just too
late for me though.
He presented me with too much bait, and I took it, but it worked in the end. It was a little bit of a gamble, but surrendering the weather gauge I do think was a mistake, even though I won, because my plan originally was to slow down more.
It could have been if I didn't
come this way.
Then at the end, I shouldn't have tried to grapple you there. I should have just.
I was going too fast with my light frigate and my galleon. But I didn't want to give away my plan, because I wanted to slow down with these ships and start turning. Yeah. Well, these ships went this way, but if I did that too soon, then you would have seen it coming, and you would have totally ruined the plan.
I could have placed my Corvette here, with doing the same thing, doing that number of turns. I could have placed him between the flute and where your frigate is now, and double broadside, and not grappled here, which would have helped me more. Because then I could have fatigued this guy out, because even if he's shaken and he doesn't have friendly ships within pistol shot, he'll surrender to me anyway. So I could have captured the ship that way, which would have given you 2 strike points. And then I just need to. The problem is I still would have lost my flagship, and I don't think I came back from it. But I could have at least done some damage. But it is what it is. Yeah. All right. Well, that'll wrap it up. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave your comments below, and we'll try to answer them as best we can.